like to move on to my next question, if that's all right. Thanks, Chair. The new data from Cornwall Insight has projected that the Australian national energy market will increase its solar, wind and storage capacity by more than 150 gigawatts by 2043. That's 4 times greater than the maximum output of the national energy market on any given day of 35 gigawatts. How is it possibly cheaper to be building 4 times potential capacity, given that we know wind and solar have a capacity of 25 to 30%? Wouldn't it be? How can you just claim that it's cheaper to build 4 times the amount of capacity for renewable energy than it is for baseload energy, whereby you get 90% capacity?
Yeah. No, thank you, Senator. So the AEMO projections are that we're going to see a very significant increase in overall electricity demand going forward. The reasons for that are obviously a growing economy, but also the least cost pathway for many sectors to decarbonisation is through electrification. So we are expecting to see a very significant increase in the size of the electricity grid over the period that you referenced. AEMO, when it looks at what are the various technology choice options available to Australia in order to deliver the supply of electricity needed to meet that demand, based on costing work that is done by the CSIRO on the various alternatives, they come to the conclusion that the lowest cost option for consumers is renewable energy to replace the retiring coal-fired power fleet, supported by various firming technologies, so batteries, gas technologies, pumped hydro technologies. That combination delivers the lowest system cost, and through the lowest system cost, ultimately the lowest price. But
we've already identified a number of flawed assumptions with that CSIRO modelling, whereby they've excluded all the capex up to 2030. So, and I should add also that back in 2017, they predicted it was going to cost $1 trillion, and then 5 years later, despite costs increasing, they then scaled it back to $500 billion. So their level of consistency and accuracy needs to be questioned. But that doesn't come to the heart of, you're projecting, well, you know, the industry forecasts are you're going to build 150 gigawatts of supply when we've only got demand of 35 gigawatts. So isn't that an issue in the sense that we're building all these transmission lines, solar panels, wind turbines, because the sun isn't always shining and the wind isn't always blowing? So that's going to add enormous cost to energy prices, isn't it?
So I think, Senator, just to understand the question, I thought what I heard from you was quoting today's demand and a future investment need. Obviously, when you're looking at balance and you're looking at reliability in the sector, you need to be comparing apples with apples. So
well,
you
I
need to be comparing
that.
the demand at the point over the productive life of those new generation assets. And so that's what motivates investors, because they see an opportunity, because they see
well, demand isn't going to increase by a factor of over 4-fold in the next 18 years.
In fact, AEMO's scenarios do have demand increasing, in fact more than doubling under their step change scenario, and rising up to 4 times under the...
What, in the next 18 years? So you're predicting a population
over the next 25 years.
So what are you predicting it to be by 2043, 2045, demand?
Electricity demand? I don't have those figures in front of me, Senator, but I'm happy to provide them.
Because I should add that 35 is on a big day. The average output's about 23 gigawatts. So you're building a lot more capacity for what you need in demand. But anyway, I'll leave that as a statement.
Authorised G. Rennick People First Chermside.